Hi.
Hi, Krisha.
Hi, Frank.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good, thanks.
Good. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. I'm glad you're here.
You know, we're sitting on the same side of the table again.
Oh, what do you call that? Same side
Same
sitting?
side sitting.
You know, when we do that in public, it looks weird. But when we do it today, we should probably take advantage of the fact
that we're same side sitting and do a show.
Yeah, how about a Krisha and Frank show?
Let's do it.
Seems like a reasonable
thing
to
do. Okay, roll it. If you would like to be awesome like our friends and purchase our merch,
hello,
you can find the link at krishaandfrank.com. Click on merch. That's where also you can find this podcast. You can find links to see more Smokies. You can see us at Ober, Ale Wine, Axe Throwing, and
yes, and whatever the next one is.
More things soon.
Yeah. What the EP wants to know what size sweatpants you wear.
What size sweatpants do I wear?
Yeah. You don't have to say it on the radio, on the show if you don't want to.
No, I mean, in pants, I would say small, but because they're sweats, I would say medium.
All right. Because there's those, they make those.
They do.
No one's bought any yet.
No. But thank you, my friends Donald and Steve. I appreciate you.
And the picture of the mugs. We like it when you send us pictures.
Yeah. He asked if they were microwave safe. I was like, yeah. But he said that he actually wasn't shopping on purpose, that he was on Facebook and it fed him an ad for our merch.
I don't know how that happens.
A Teespring ad.
Oh, good, because I didn't.
Him.
That's nice.
Yeah,
I didn't sign up for any pay any extra for that.
No,
that's fantastic.
Yeah, it's awesome. So thank you.
Have you seen our ads on WATE.com?
I have. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, you have to scroll all the way to the very, very bottom.
Well, they wouldn't put us at the top. Not yet, anyway.
It's all about the placement. But do look for our ads on WATE.com. And I've noticed, it seems like since the ads started running, our YouTube subscriptions have gone up by 1 each day.
By 1 each day, which means we're closer to 500. And as I have promised, the subscriber number 500, whom we can identify, is going to get a prize pack curated by me, myself, and I. Have
you decided what's in it yet?
Yeah, I've been collecting things.
Oh.
Yeah.
From around the house? What's missing?
I'm not going to tell them what's in the prize pack. It is going to be a one-of-a-kind prize pack.
All right. I know it looks weird that I have 2 coffee cups, but
I always have 2.
Well, Bean said, "Why won't you drink coffee out of your Krisha and Frank mug?"
It's because it stains it, Bean.
I want to have water. That's
He's
for
particular.
Water. And this, I'm going to chug this coffee real quick.
Well, I have my. I love diet soda and not even diet soda, like Coke Zero, Mountain Dew Zero.
That's been a thing. In fact, I found another Coke Zero around the house somewhere.
Did you? I think you gave it to me. I think I already drank it.
I think I might have found another one after that. I have to look.
Well, I've been trying to get off that kick.
Okay, then you can't have it.
Because it's so much sodium. The sodium is so bad for you. And technically, diet drinks make you fatter than sugar drinks.
And I stopped. I just stopped because... Yeah. I got a lecture from my friend Dr. Sharon Lord about the artificial sweeteners.
Yeah, it's not good for you.
We were out to dinner one night, and I'm pouring multiple Splendas into my coffee.
Yeah.
And I got scolded big time.
Yeah.
And I just went off at cold turkey. I just stopped using it. I just started drinking the coffee unsweetened.
Yeah, it's fine. And you get used to it, which is I get used to my sparkling waters. Now, I shall reach for my other one. Because I buy the Kroger seltzer water, 0 calories.
They should advertise for all the plugs we give them.
They should.
They're not all favorable, but they should still advertise.
Cranberry lime, one of my favorites.
Sounds tasty.
It's delicious, right? So I've been buying that, and then I saw these on sale, some on sale at the Kroger.
Take On Me. I was always wondering what happened to them.
Yeah, they made water.
After the... So wait, that's
old people. Tinkle.
Old people say that, yeah.
Right, we talked about that a couple episodes ago. So I've been drinking my Ahas, and this one is citrus and green tea flavored.
Green tea.
Right. No sweetener, no sodium.
Good.
Right? That's what I'm looking for. But what does that say right here? You can barely see it.
I can...
30 milligrams of caffeine.
Wait, I don't know if you can hold it up to the camera. I can try to do
I can't even
digital
see it.
zoom, but all right.
Yeah.
But it says caffeine.
30 milligrams of
in
caffeine.
Water. It's water.
Yeah, and this is a Coke company. Coke makes Aha.
I did not know that.
But yeah, so the ingredients are carbonated water, natural flavors, caffeine, electrolytes. I'm like...
It is amazing when you go to the World of Coca-Cola in Atlanta to see all of the different products they make.
That was always one of my favorite places at Epcot. At Epcot at Disney, they had like a World of Coke.
Yeah.
And I loved it. But the floor was always so sticky. But they make so many cool things. But So yeah, I've been all jacked up and I didn't know why, and it turns out my sparkling water is caffeinated.
But you used to drink, I mean, we used to come here for the podcast. The first thing was coffee. You would grab some of the coffee, and I would always have to think, maybe I need to make extra on certain days to make sure you had enough. And then you finished off the creamer that we had bought for Megan. And I think you did.
Yeah.
It might still be in the fridge. I can't
It
remember.
might still, I don't
but,
think it
but then you just stopped. I kept saying, don't you want
coffee?
More help me finish this creamer? Because I don't use it.
Yeah, and I've been trying to just drink tea. Like
That's not a Lent thing. That's just a life thing.
Yeah, like I go in spurts with coffee, and lately it's just not been...
Not been to your taste.
No. I mean, I had some coffee this morning.
Yeah.
But then I had my water, my caffeine water.
No, I am of the nature that I always have the coffee. It makes, I'm addicted. Clearly I'm addicted to caffeine. I mean, I was off at caffeine for years and years and years. And then knowing that I was addicted to caffeine, and then decided one day to go back on it. And I'm happy.
Yeah.
I don't, know. It doesn't bother me. I don't think I get jittery. I mean, I'm a naturally...
Sometimes coffee calms me down.
Yeah.
Sometimes
I can have coffee at night and calm down.
In the evening, I think it's the ADD brain.
If you have, that makes sense to me. And if you have any kind of headache, there's actually some headache remedies that contain caffeine.
Oh, yeah.
Because a lot of us get caffeine headaches because we're addicted.
Well, migraine medicines have caffeine in them, and so does Midol.
I guess that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
That was the migraine medicines, like the Excedrin or something.
And like the Pamprin and Midol.
I've never had those.
I hope not. But when I for my child, I had to make sure I bought the caffeine free.
Oh,
yeah, because I didn't want to jack my 12-year-old up on caffeine.
That was the thing. How about that?
But speaking of coffee,
I did just chug that, so I need to probably take a lozenge or something.
When I got here, to work today.
To work. That does crack me up. That we met in the break room.
We met in the break room.
The kitchen.
Your kitchen, and you. Ever so casually went to...
The coffee pot.
But you franked it to 11 because you went, and you looked right at me because your coffee pot is in a different place.
It is, well...
But it's not.
It's
the exact replica of the coffee pot that's over here. But
did you think you were seeing double?
No. What I loved is, like, you were going, are you going to notice? But you didn't say anything. You just said it with your frank it to 11 eyes that you cannot stop yourself. You were like,
well, I'll admit that yesterday the thought occurred to me that I should put away one of the coffee pots, coffee makers.
Yes.
And I said to Jerry, I'm sorry that this is taking up cluttering the counter. I'll put it away after we tape the shows because I thought it might be funny to admit on the podcast how upset I am.
What's going on, buddy?
All right. I like this particular coffee maker,
Mr. Coffee,
because it doesn't have a heating element. It's got a thermos. The coffee is made into a thermos carafe,
right?
And it stays warm for 12 hours.
Yeah. You used to carry it into our old workplace, like the entire carafe. You would come down the hallway. I have a picture of you with your pile of things, and it's stacked on top, going from one place
studio
to another.
The other. Yeah. That was get me through the day. I would put a piece of paper towel in the nozzle, put it on the floor in the passenger seat, drive carefully to work, and then bring it in and drink from it all day. And then I of course I live here, work here now, so it's not really that hard.
Your kitchen's the break room, so.
But the other morning, I go to make my coffee, and I don't hear the gurgling.
Oh,
I don't hear the gurgling.
That's not a good thing.
It's just silent. And I'm waiting and I'm waiting. I'm getting to the point where I'm impatient now because I want the caffeine, and it just beeps. It times out. I'm like, so what do? I hit the button again, and I wait another 20 minutes.
Oh, is your pump clogged?
Well, it could be. It could be pump could be clogged, or the heating element stopped. I don't know what.
Right.
How do I unclog the pump?
I don't know. We can do some surgery.
Clean it with vinegar or something.
Was it pumping water through?
No, it didn't do anything.
Your pump's done for.
It did nothing.
Yep.
It just silence.
Yeah, you're done.
And this irritated me because I had purchased, this is the newer version of the Mr. Coffee that has Wi-Fi.
Oh, well.
I had bought the Wi-Fi one.
Yes.
Because on the app on my phone, I could theoretically, if I were, and I never have actually been enough to do it. Put the water in the night before, put the coffee grounds in the night before. I could, from my bed, start the machine from my phone if I wished.
Yes.
Or
I'm up.
Or set it on a timer or any of those things. So I had that one, but I had a perfectly good Mr. Coffee that was just regular, no Wi-Fi, and I didn't want to throw it out because, frankly, the part where the grounds go, that basket part, it keeps breaking, and I keep cannibalizing the old machine for parts.
Right.
Yeah. So I thought, well, here's what I'll do. I'll get the old machine out from under the counter, and I made a perfectly fine pot of coffee. Now, this is the third day in a row, I think.
Do you have 2 on the counter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
do you have a warranty?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah. My coffee pot is...
I bought it on sale. I know that I got the Wi-Fi one like dirt cheap because it wasn't moving. It was a ridiculously low price.
Mine is the absolute cheapest coffee pot that you can buy.
Yeah.
Who calling me? Why is somebody gonna call?
I know. Maybe we should put the phone somewhere.
I do.
Sit on it so we don't get the vibrations.
Okay.
Cheapest coffee pot you can make.
Cheapest coffee pot that you can possibly make because when I first moved out of the house, I didn't have any money. And when I moved into my apartment, I'm like, I need a coffee pot.
Of course you do.
And so I bought this coffee pot and I think it was $9.
Wow.
And it has 2 buttons on it.
Yeah.
The go and the time. And I set it, and for a long time...
Oh, it has a timer.
It does.
A $9 one?
But for a long time, I actually made the joke that... and I know this is kind of sad, but it was true. I know I want to get up and see tomorrow if I set my coffee pot. Everything else can go wrong in my day, but before I go to bed at night, if I'd set my coffee pot, I was okay.
And you do. You go ahead.
Every single night.
I got it into my head.
When I drink coffee.
I got it into my head that I didn't want the coffee grounds exposed to air overnight. I don't know why I got that in my head, and I got that the water was going to go stale. I just did. I got this in my head.
Yes, in the 8 hours.
Because I keep my coffee grounds sealed in a Ziploc bag. The water, I use cold water that's been Brita filtered. I don't know why I just had that in my head. I didn't like it.
To each his own.
I know.
Yeah.
Well.
That's so funny, though.
Well, we should talk about they have fine. You know what? They probably have great coffee. I'm guessing that if you were to cater an event at the Middleburg Barn,
I bet they have great coffee.
I bet it's fantastic.
Maybe the Swans can deliver it on the 2 Swans.
Fred and
Ginger can walk it over on a cart to you.
And hissing at you the entire time.
Yeah.
Coffee's ready.
You can go to the middleburgbarn.com and see how gorgeous it is, or you can just look now.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I like these pictures.
I do too.
I guess it's almost time to get rid of the winter picture. I just put that up there.
But it's nice, though. I mean, there's still snow.
Yeah, to show you where, they've had snow even just the other day. And then you get to see the swans swimming in the pond, and then you get to see the beautiful Swarovski crystals and everything else on the inside. They can put up to 400 people in there, but you don't have to do that. You can put 100 in there. It doesn't matter. You
can put 50.
You get the whole. You're not going to share the barn with somebody else. You get the whole thing, and you can open up the doors and look at the Blue Ridge Mountains and spill your party into the outdoors.
I can't wait to go. But weddings, corporate events, private parties, anything that you want
we
to
really are coming, Maureen. You know, I should actually probably call you.
Yeah, we should talk.
I mean, like soon.
Soon.
Yeah, in about a month.
Yep.
All right. Okay.
We're gonna be there. By the way, BT Dubs, we'll just communicate with you through a podcast.
Well, I love it that Maureen, who owns the Fox Chase Farm and the Middleburg Barn, which is located there, does love our podcast and comments on it.
Yeah, thank you.
And sends us the Fred and Ginger videos. I guess it's time to get a new one pretty soon.
But it's absolutely gorgeous, and you can book now and, a year from now if you just got engaged, which so many people just got engaged. I guess quarantine was good for some people.
Well, we had talked about that, the nesting and the settling and the
I
things.
Guess if you're ready, then go ahead and book it now for next year.
It would be a destination unless you live in, Loudoun County, Virginia, then it's right there. We're talking about 40 miles west of Washington, D.C., 25-minute drive from Dulles Airport, right there on Route 50 in the Hunt Country of Northern Virginia.
Hunt Country of Northern Virginia.
Very delightful.
Check it out, themiddleburgbarn.com.
Or you can call 540-687-5255.
Ting! So, I stepped in it.
What do you mean? Like Gross stepped in it, or figuratively stepped in it?
You know, a couple episodes ago when I was joking about finding my tap shoes and my neighbors and all
Well,
that.
I remember a couple episodes before that when we talked about the loud party that your neighbors had.
Right.
And then you said, I should get out there and tap dance
And you
crack of
remember me
dawn.
saying in that first episode, it really wasn't that big a deal, that it was a Saturday night and it wasn't that big a deal. And then I brought the tap shoes in. And you know how sometimes
when you're doing shtick,
when you're doing a podcast and you're doing a little jokey joke,
you accept in advance and you things escalate.
right? And a lot of things end up not serious, and it's comedy.
See, I didn't take you seriously. I never for a moment thought that you were going to get up at 4 a.m. and tap dance on the front porch.
Well,
To me, that sounded like a joke because I know you very well and I think it's funny.
right.
But I don't know that you really would tap dance outdoors. I mean,
Well, I didn't, but
when would you tap dance?
like
You would do it at home, right?
yeah, but like during the day.
Okay.
But they actually have practice boards that you can buy that muffle it.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're called carpet.
No. Well, I'm friends with my neighbor on Facebook.
Hello, neighbor.
Hi.
I'm not friends with them, so I guess it doesn't make any sense.
And they saw the podcast with my tap shoes,
Oh,
which thanks for watching.
yeah?
And they thought that I was really upset.
Oh.
And I'm not.
No, if Krisha was really upset, you would have heard the tapping on your wall.
No, if Krisha was really upset, she would have been a grown up and been like, "Hey, like I wouldn't. I would have said something." As I told them, like I would have said something.
But the first time around, you were thinking, like, oh, I don't know. I got to think it over before I... And I understand why the first time you would just do nothing.
Right, because
Like, at some point, I may have to say something to the neighbors who shoot fireworks off at random days, and then I get a text from next-door neighbor Nancy, was those gunshots?
that's terrifying.
No, Nancy, they were shooting fireworks across the street again.
But I was joking. I was kidding. I was making things much bigger than they should be, which is typically fine. But also, people don't know. They don't know me. They don't know me.
Well, if you watch the show enough, you'll get to know her.
Yeah,
Get to know me.
But but I had to do some apologizing, and because they felt bad. They're like, "We're so sorry." It's
But when they have a house that's been divided into 2 units, a
Mm-hmm.
duplex, it does make sense that one side is going to hear the noise from the other side.
But honestly, like, truth be told, I very rarely hear them.
They
very
said-
rarely.
oh,
And
they say they
very
never hear
rarely,
you.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I house it 90% of the time. I'm
Somewhere
never
else,
home.
yeah. Well, you could be louder. I think they're giving you permission to be a little louder.
I don't need to be louder. Like, I exist in my little world.
They might be disappointed.
Maybe they are.
Maybe they
don't.
won't. Maybe.
Don't. Just don't. Just don't. Don't dig this hole any further, because I truly, because I'm such an overthinker, and because when my neighbor was like, seriously, no big deal. I totally get it. I understand comedy. I get it.
Yeah.
When I explained, and he was like, no big deal. I'm a week later still going, oh, I made them mad. I made them mad, and I made a joke, and now I made them mad, and now they hate me, and
No,
now they
I
think
don't think so.
my boogers smell, and that I should eat worms, and they hate me, and boy did I. So don't make it any worse, because
This is what you're stuck with. You're now
Because
in this mental rut.
I will think it into the ground, and
It sounds like you resolved it. It sounds like
It's resolved.
It sounds like people did grow up in this situation because you
Yeah.
said if you were really upset, you would have contacted them.
Yeah.
They took the mature path.
Yeah.
And thought, let's, rather than just not say anything, let's reach out to Krisha and
Right.
say, hey, we made noise.
Right.
We weren't aware really how loud it was. Didn't even know you were there that night because, like you
Right.
pointed out,
I'm not there a lot
they
of the
probably
time.
have made noise lots of nights and you didn't notice.
Right.
So there just needs to be a
Yeah,
communication.
and it's totally fine. We've shared beers now. It's fine. Everything's fine. Yeah.
Shared beers in person or
No.
the ones that they left on your doorstep?
Yeah. I wasn't going to say that. I was just going to.
Oh, that's a nice gesture.
Yeah.
Now, did you leave some for him?
Not yet. I was actually. Well, I'm currently not drinking.
So you can give him send a beer that Krisha can't have. We'll
Yeah.
give it to the neighbor.
But I think I've been dabbling in making scones, so I think I'm going to make them some scones.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's a lovely thing.
Thanks.
You know what?
I'll
You
probably
could
muck it
also-
up. They probably have like a peanut allergy, and I'll kill one of them or something. I don't know.
You know, Krisha's neighbors, one way you could help
Yeah.
is if you got yourself a subscription to Audible and then just listen to that in your earbuds.
Stop.
Or loudly in the big speakers.
It's fine.
It doesn't really matter. But you go to audibletrial.com/Krisha and Frank, and then you can listen to this program on Audible Pod. You can listen to, any number of other programs.
Anything. You can listen to books. Really
That's
great.
the main thing that Audible was known for, but they've expanded to comedy, to podcasts, to...
You can listen to anything. audibletrial.com/Krisha and Frank.
There you have it.
There you have it. I'm going to get it again. Just need to shut up.
And we also would appreciate it if you'd contact us, including you, next door neighbor.
Oh, yeah, we have.
You want to send us a topic for Tuesday's show? It'd be funny if we pulled something out of the drawer that said, the basket rather, that said, my neighbor complains about me on her podcast. What should I do?
Oh, man.
But our email address is krishaandfrank@gmail.com, and the phone number is
865-236-0399.
Thank you.
Nice mouthing. All right, tomorrow's Friday.
Hey. What are we going to do?
I don't know.
Anything special?
No, I don't think so.
All right.
I mean, we'll get out of bed and we'll exist. So that's.
So are you
going to
make the coffee for? No, you don't make coffee.
No.
Do you still make it?
No, I haven't been making it.
Well, you have to make it so you wake up in the morning. You said that's the reason to look forward to the next day.
I'm okay now. It was a couple years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm okay now.
All right, so I have to do a wellness check. Thanks so much. We'll talk to you back here tomorrow for another exciting episode.
I'm going to end up on two white women's podcasts about crime.
Not because of me. Bye.